sure we're working here. Hold up. Test 1 2 1 2. All right. Yeah, it was obviously I'm not Boy Jello. My friend has let me live stream, but I wanted to talk about respect. What respect is to me. First off, I think when you first meet someone, let's say, they automatically get respect until they lose it. I don't believe in you have to earn respect, because to me respect is more than just holding the door open for someone. It's how you treat them as well. Like, let's say I just meet you, right? I have no reason not to trust you because you never deceived me. I think if I block you off from that trust, that's me not respecting you. That's just how I view it. This is how my mom saw it. Okay, I'm gonna share her example, but to me it needs a little adjustment. To her, she imagines respect like an onion. Okay? Imagine an onion. And onions have layers. Okay? But to her, some of those layers are more important than the others. But the thing is to me, I think everyone should get 100% respect, not just some of the layers of it. You know what I mean? And so, what am I trying to say here? Like, let's say I give you an onion, right? Let's say the onion was respect, okay? But yeah, I take away some of those layers of that onion. I'm not giving you 100% respect. And to me, that's extremely important. I mean, I could be wrong. I want to hear your opinion in the comments. But again, that's just how I look at respect. That's how I see respect. That's how I view it. Another thing, like, here's some examples of me are disrespectful, and that is going back on your word, right? If you tell me one thing and do the other, I find that very disrespectful. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want it done to you, right? I mean, it's pretty common sense. Again, I'm gonna hear your thoughts in the comments, but I don't know, I just
Round 3.
feel like lately I've been getting a bunch of disrespect. I'll give you an example, I won't use real names, but like, I'll just give you a scenario, okay? I want you to put yourself in this scenario. Okay? Imagine you have a friend, right? And they go, you know what, man? No matter what, someone talks bad about you behind your back, disrespect towards you, and I'm friends with that person, or acquainted with that person, I'm gonna cut them off, right? Imagine me saying that to you. Imagine me saying, you know what, man? If someone showed you disrespect anyway because we're so tight, we're homies, I'm gonna cut them off because they're not chill with you, they're not chill with me. Like that's how I heard it, right? But then they meet someone, right? and they watch it happen. Yeah, it's one thing. Yeah, I find it respectful that they can't, like, let's say someone talks behind your back, and I come and tell you what that person said. I find that respectful for me telling you, but again, I find it could have been better if I said something at the time to that person instead of sit back and just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just my views on things, you know. You don't have to agree to all of them, but same person. Awesome. I don't know. Again, I could be having the whole thing wrong. Who really knows, right? Oh, opinion based. I'm not respected nowadays. I'm really thinking. Let's go ahead. Let's give the story. Let's go and give the story. You know.
Round one.
Alright, so I'm not gonna use names. I'm just gonna give you a personal story. This has happened recently, okay? And I want you, if anyone does watch this, I want you to give me your thoughts in the comments. Okay? So my friend, right? Like I said, he tells me, you know what, man? No matter what, I got your back. Okay? No matter what, I'm not gonna let anyone like just disrespect you anyway, talk behind your back, anything like that. And if they do, I'm just gonna cut them off as a friend, right? So now he meets this girl. Yeah.
Round two.
I thought she was pretty chill, right? So she decides to talk behind my back. She would say things like I look like a pedophile, right? And what did my friend do? He just pretty much just sat there. Overall, he just sat there and let it continue happening. He says he talked to her and told her to stop, but he could have held his ground better, right? So there's more that he could have done. Is what I'm practically getting at. And so he's letting it happen, right? And so I talk behind her back, but I pretty much just, what happens is, he brings her to my house, right? And then I ask her straight up, I go, so what makes you think I'm a pedophile? What makes me look like a pedophile, right? She goes, my glasses and my haircut. First off, there's so much wrong there. Not only generalizing everybody with the same haircut as me, but they're also generalizing the same haircut, right? And also just profiling, that's definition right there. And then when they leave, right, I end up calling them for something. I don't remember why. Then he invites me to hang out with him. So I go ahead and I say yes. 5 minutes later, she tells him to text me that he was kidding. He wasn't kidding at the time. But how was I supposed to know, right? Like, that she was the one that didn't want me to go. She would just hide behind his phone. And I told him I was already ready. So he felt bad, went ahead and picked me up. And we go somewhere, hang out, chill, be fun, right? And, you know, at an aquarium, you don't really talk much. There's not really much to say. You just look at the fish, admire the fish, you know. If there's anything to say, I would say it, right? But she had the audacity to talk behind my back as I left. And it's obvious, because as she goes, my friend talks about me, they turn around and laugh, they giggle. And what is she saying? I'm awkward, quiet, and creepy. Just because I don't want to talk about fish. You know, there's not much to say, they're swimming, right? And just admire them. That's what an aquarium's for. And then plus, I wasn't trying to interrupt their little plan. So I was, you know, just laying back, you know, letting them do their own thing. The only reason why I pretty much went is because I thought maybe, hey, this is my chance to do a good first impression. So I'm not creepy, so I'm not, you know, bad as she's making me sad. And she's still talking about my back. And so, after the aquarium, right, we were like maybe 2 minutes away from this restaurant across the street. And I go, you know what, you guys want to go? Little do I know, she went behind my back and said, you should drop him off and we should go eat. So she was planning on getting him to drop me off and then going to eat. So that threw him off. Whenever I asked to go to the restaurant, that threw him off. We ended up going. Now the roles are switched. Okay, now she's the quiet one, and I'm the one that's trying to talk. I'm the one, because a restaurant is a place where you talk, not an aquarium, in my opinion. A better state to talk, right? And so I'm talking, I'm asking, why are you being so quiet? Like, she has her earbuds in, very antisocial, very, like, quiet, you know. And then we get done with the restaurant, okay? And then we get in the car. And then she all of a sudden becomes fake. Really, really two-faced, in my opinion. So what she does is she gets really hyper, starts touching my arm, my hair. You know, if you really thought someone was creepy, why are you faking all this, you know? And she's just pretty much faking being nice to me, right? She's acting like she's a friend. And so, I'm just listening to music in the car, you know, she's grabbing on me and my friends and stuff like that in the backseat. And as soon as I get out of the car though, she looks over to my friend and says, I'm so glad he's gone. He's annoying and creepy. And whenever my friend told me this, all I could think was, how can someone be annoying but quiet and awkward at the same time? To me that makes no sense at all. So maybe 2 days go by, and I forget how I came to this, but I ended up going with him to bring her food, right? And she gets upset that I'm at the house. She gets upset that my friend brought me to her house. So, but I'm in the car. I'm not going in. I didn't go walk up there because I know she doesn't like me for no reason at all. So that happens, and then I end up, and then maybe a week after that, I go, you know what? I'll buy her something. So we go to a restaurant, and I buy her like a milkshake. All right.
Round 2.
She didn't think it was me that bought it. I guess she didn't know. At least that's what she claims. I got zero appreciation for it. Not only that, but as I was there, this time, my friend's little brother was there. And she would talk to him about how creepy I am as I'm in the car just waiting, you know, minding my own business. You know, I didn't have to buy the cake. And then she's like, are you talking behind my back? And I go, yeah, I'm telling people it's crazy, but it wasn't like I was doing it to a lot of people, you know? It wasn't like I was trying to make it a rumor like some girl's crazy. First off, who cares if someone's crazy? And so, I go ahead and text her, I go, I think we got off the wrong foot. Let's get a new clean slate, right? Let's start all over, okay? And so she begins to act like a friend. You know, I give her my time, give her more meals, more money, pretty much. And I waste my time. I sacrifice my job to make sure that she's okay. You know, because that's what a good friend does, right? They make sure that you're okay no matter what the circumstances are. And so, recently, I called her out for using me, my friend, because that's basically what she's done. Because she's done nothing for us, so no appreciation toward me or him. The only time she contacts me or him is when she needs something. Right, not to sit down and have a conversation. The only time we have a conversation is whenever I contact her. Right? Same with Jordan. Right? Boy Jello. You know him, Boy Jello. And so, you know, I call her out. She gets all defensive. She starts crying and all this. And I'm just thinking, why are you playing the victim card? If you feel that guilty, what does that tell you? Right? What does that tell you about yourself? if you feel guilty. And then she went on about how she's not a bad person, how I'm just angry and I don't like her and all this stuff. And then I go ahead and I apologize, right? Because I realize there's no winning with her. There's literally no winning with her. So the day after, right, she says she can't text because she's hanging out with friends. Right then I knew. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I sacrificed my job and everything, and you can't text me back because you're with friends, right? And that was the day I wanted to call her and apologize for what happened the night before. Even though I wasn't in the wrong, I wanted to apologize because I knew that's what she wanted to hear, because I knew there was no letting her see the light, you know what I'm saying? So I go ahead and I call her, no answer. She texts me, quit blowing up my phone, I'm hanging out with friends. And so later that night, I text her, I go, you chill? And she doesn't respond for an hour. Then I text, I guess not. Maybe she didn't see that, so I say, I guess not. And then I wait 2 hours, or around that, an hour or 2 hours. And then I go, you know what, I'm done trying to, play this little game that you're doing. And I call her out again, And then I go, I'm giving you pretty much everything. I dropped almost everything to make sure you were happy, right? And she was like, all you did was bring me food. And I was like, I gave you time. And that's what I responded with that. I responded with that text. I gave you time. I gave you my time. And she replies with, LMAO. It was a joke, right? And then she ends up blocking me. Calls my friend and starts talking about how she only acted like a friend because she was scared I was going to sexually assault her. First off, I don't know where she got this idea that I was that type of person, because I'm really not. I'm really chill, so you disrespect me, that I'm just so little respect to you, that I would never actually do that to somebody, And so, my friend calls me and tells me that's what she's done. I'm like, dude, will you just do me a favor, you expose her? Because she's using you too. I've said that, because he's told me that he spent almost $1,000 total on her, and the only time she contacts him is to do something else for her. When she says hang out, she doesn't mean hang out at her house. She means go out and spend money on her. And it's pretty ridiculous, in my opinion. But he refuses to call her out. He refuses to say it like he is. And all the reason why I feel so disrespectful with him is because through the beginning, he said that he would have my back and he wouldn't let anything like this happen. And look where we are. That happened in like a week or two. And it just baffles me how he'll defend her. He will seriously defend her. And he doesn't want to say it, but me and most of my friends see it. And he's got feelings for it. Again, he doesn't want to say it, but I know it's true because it's obvious. If it's obvious that she's using you, you said it, and then you go around and say, oh, I like talking to her, she's a cool person. I don't think anyone would think it would be cool to be used. I don't think anyone would think someone else is a cool person towards you if they're using you. That's like looking up at someone that just gave you a black eye and said you're a cool person. Because they did nothing but gave out everything negative towards you. She used him to benefit her, and that's it. He's spent money on her with food, brought her food, the gas, all this other stuff, and yet he still refuses to call her out. But I'm over her, honestly, because I'm glad she blocked me, because she was just, my life was good until she popped up, because she was just drama. Honestly, just drama. And honestly, I did kind of care about her. Like I would worry about her, make sure she's okay. That's what a good friend did. And I won't lie, I'm gonna come out and say I did catch a little feelings for her. Until I realized that the whole thing was fake and a lie. And I should have, as soon as she acted like a two-face in the car, I should have realized then that that's the type of person she is. But I just couldn't wrap my brain around it, and I gave her the benefit of the doubt. And now I know better, right? Learn from your mistakes.